Hey, good morning, everybody. So today's episode, as I'm showing you, will be about my workspace. So in Germany, work is considered Arbeit and Zimmer is considered room. So would be my work room. And as you can see, it has multiple things that need to be organized here. This is actually going to be my project today, trying to get this room a little more functional for the space. So on today's episode, we'll be turning this room into I will also be tackling this stack of papers, documents, all the stuff that's kind of accumulated since we moved into the place and then after we got married. So this is also part of the office, which I also have to organize and try to get some kind of organization in this pile of mess. As you can see, we have all types of stuff here, brochures, papers that are probably unimportant. So the objective today is to straighten up my workspace, his workspace, and definitely get a lot of usefulness out of the space by having things organized and filed, and so we can find things. So this heap of mess will also be turning into So guys, welcome back. So as I told you today, we are actually reorganizing my workspace. It is not functional at all. There's like all this little odds and ends everywhere. There's nothing that you can actually find of our documents or paperwork. So today's episode, like I said, will be about reorganizing my workspace, making it functional, practical, and useful, making it the space useful. So to start that, I actually ordered some binders from Amazon that came in a couple of days ago, and they're called Falcon binders. So they are these gray binders that I had ordered from Amazon because this is common for Germany to kind of use these binders. Kind of turn on some lights so you can see me, guys. And these binders, I got them in that gray taupe color that gray stone color that I like so much. And I already started organizing our paperwork in it. This is basically lockdown in Germany. So nobody's technically allowed outside unless it's for reasons of food. If you're traveling, trying to get home, gas, but nobody's allowed to be outside, not even if you're with their same household and you're just wanting to go for a walk. Technically, that is the law right now for Germany because of COVID. There are some rule breakers over the outside. It's just like, I'm going outside. You see people outside with their kids, talking to other people, not 1.5 meters apart. People are just like so over it here, even in Germany. But we are trying to follow the rules as best we can. So I'm using this opportunity to organize my space so it doesn't look so bad. So that's what I'm doing now. The big dome that I showed you before that was like piled high of paperwork, you're actually now getting to see me work through it and organize it into these binders, which I will have set up on the top shelf of the office. And yeah, I'm excited to kind of get some kind of organization in that room because right now it's just like I can't find anything. He can't find anything. I mean, he works still in that room, but where the desk is where all his main things that he needs to work. So up top, it's kind of wasteful space. We have like three types of tool tool sheds. Well, not tool sheds, but we have three types of toolkits up there that doesn't need to be there at all, and just random stuff. So you're gonna see me work through this. It's exciting. And I actually got some clear folder sleeves also to help me organize more stuff better. Like if it's something that's kind of a clump document, which means it's like several pages, I'd rather put like things alike. That way we can find the whole set and then file them. So we got a pretty extensive show today, trying to tidy up and get ready for the new year. So this is definitely on one of my top things that I wanted to do before January 1st, and I am tackling it. So on today's episode of tackling my Arbeitszimmer workroom, this is pretty exciting that I'm actually making some progress. And then we're going to go in the office so I can kind of actually start to put things away and start to organize that space as well. So let's get started with this. And then we'll go into the room and we can actually get started with that space as well. Hi, so we're back. So I have discarded anything that I felt I didn't need and I didn't want in the office. And look, this is what we are down to. So this is all trash. And this is stuff that's left to file. So in the office, we now have gray binders. But the good thing is each binder comes with its own sleeve to mark what's on it. So we're going to take everything down off of here, reorganize it. Everything that's below will be put away in its right tool case. And then we're gonna really like tidy this area up so that it's functional for him when he's working in here, because he works from home way more than I do. And then we're going to wrap up this episode of Tidy Up My Workspace with Miss New York to Germany. And this is all going to be a thing of the past. So let's get started on actually taking everything off and then putting everything back to where it should be, but just in a better look than where it is, as you can see currently now. So you are going to be with me as I straighten up his workspace. So right now I just have on some what I call big pants, and I just, because I'm home and I'm not going anywhere, and just a top that I bought from Amazon, a black, just regular old button down top, and I just tied it to kind of so it's not in the way. This, however, is some other stuff that we need to go through. This is like all mail and coupons and stamps, German passport, these things. So we actually still have to go through that. Our N95 mask is in here, spare keys to his car, and this little handy thing comes with when you have a German account, they give you this. So, which he just says trash, so even better. So, American stamps, definitely a find. So I got this African basket a while ago. There are like vendors that come on post to sell their merchandise, and an African vendor came on post one time, or it was either then or I got this from years ago when I was in North Carolina, and there was an African vendor there too. It's probably the same time I brought my African bench. Yeah, I have a bench that's upholstered into like, has all this African print on it, like giraffes and the safari theme. It's actually now in my hallway, and I got a slip cover for it, a white one to kind of give it a clean look, to bring, you know, some kind of lightness into that hallway, but also because of course African print would have not went with any of the color scheme in my hallway, so I had to get a slip cover from Amazon, which came and it looks great now. We'll be doing an update review on that. But going through this stuff, which we still need to do, but it's fine because it's not as much as the folders. We actually have, this is my associate's degree, which actually should be in a plaque somewhere. I'm still shocked that I actually got through 2 years of college. So, which I'm now in my bachelor's now, but, yeah, I actually should be putting this in a frame, which I will eventually. If you hear the keys in the background, that is my husband doing something. So, I don't know what these are, but I think these are to his headphones for work. We have some, I guess, office glue. I guess if that's what you want to call it, office glue, or just probably regular glue. So right now, as it stands, we have all his books from his college days. He definitely wants to keep those, all his physics books, his formulas and stuff that he needed to get his bachelor's in engineering. So we definitely want to keep that. Where it is sitting now is right above my head. Definitely will not be keeping that there, to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Over my head as you see it. I'm not going to keep that there, so I will be bringing that down, place you ever so nicely. Since I don't actually ever have one of those stands, which I will be investing in, a stand that I could just put my phone on, so when I record I don't have to worry about putting it on various objects, hoping that it balances. So these books with all his little tabbies of all the things he needed to study to get his degree. So these books, however, will be going back up there. Ooh, almost lost you there for a second. But I will not be keeping them in the space that they're in. So I actually brought some vases from IKEA a long time ago. And it's these white ones. It comes with these two small ones on the end. It's like that clear white. Ooh. A little lopsided there. And I, of course, like vases. Y'all know how I feel about vases. Vases and baskets seem to be kind of my kryptonite. So I am actually going to use them for like bookends. I was going to buy bookends, but I'm like, I have so many cool things that I can kind of use at bookends. Bookends are basically any object that's heavy enough to hold books in between. You can get the ones that stick under so that things don't move out of place, or you can get vases and you can fill them with sand or something to where they don't move and they become like paperweights. So that's actually what I'm using the vases for, bookends. And of course, my cross that I got from my church, from my old pastor. We have a new pastor now, but my pastor, Don, who was actually also I used as, I mean, not used, but also was kind of like a guidance counselor for me to go through my faith and figure out what I wanted to do. So I definitely want to keep God with me in every part of my house, but definitely in each room, I would like his presence to be known. That's just me. So the dreaded thing I don't want to do is get these toolboxes from out of this corner, but they need to come off because they're just not supposed to technically even be here. They usually would probably be in a shed if we had a house. We do have a basement, but our basement is of all our stuff that we kind of accumulate throughout the years. We have lawn chairs down there. I have two kind of fox leather stools down there that I don't technically want to get rid of, because when we do get in the house, I don't want to have to buy new. Like these two little chairs, like they're great for if you had a really big hallway, you can put them on each side of a console. That's what I was thinking about doing, but my hallway wasn't big enough for that. So I don't want to get rid of those. And then we have clothes and luggages of stuff that we technically don't use on every day. So we got that down in the basement. But we don't want to put these down because this is constant stuff that we need to kind of repair things and fix things. And because we're only in our, when we move in this place, we're only in our third 3.5, no, when did we move in? We moved in October 1st. So we're not even we're in our third month of being in this apartment. So there's still so much to be done. It feels like we've been in here forever because things went so rapidly with us getting the apartment together that it just seems like a blur to me. Excuse my little ashy hands. I'm working. Hey, that's, nobody looks totally fabulous when they work. And if you do, then you're really not trying to be real and kind of like get in there. But so when we do things, it's kind of going so fast that I forget that we haven't been here this long, that we've only been here a few months. And it just seems like we've been here a lot longer, because if you walk around a house, you wouldn't be able to tell like we just moved in not too long ago, because everything is kind of like very homey now. We have kind of our look and our feel to our house. So it's like you wouldn't even think we had been here for such a short amount of time, but we did. We are. So those two boxes are coming down. I am definitely dreading that because they're heavy, but taking everything off so I can gauge the space and then putting everything back on the way it's supposed to be will help the space out so much and be able for us to find stuff. Because right now, the only person that was able to find things was my husband, because he had like his 3 little binders of important things. And then everything else was kind of like put into like these big vanilla envelopes. That's horrible. And it was taking away from my utilization of this little folder organizer. Like I really just wanted to use this for mail, incoming mail, current mail. And then if it's something important, I want to file it away. I don't want it to just kind of like linger in here. So that's what we're doing now. Actually gonna put you down. So I'm gonna take the tool kits down, and then we're gonna start putting things back up. But this time we're gonna do it in a way where it makes sense and it's functional. So let's start. So we have this kind of balancer to make sure that things are even. I am going to get a step stool. So I got a stool. I don't want to fall. And now we're about to bring down those kits. So we have a drill, another drill, and some wood accessories so you can cut into wood things. And the toolbox I got from Amazon, Stanley, because it organizes nails and stuff. And you know I'm all about organization. So I love this thing. But I hated going through bags of like nails and stuff and not being able to find anything. So that is it. Now I'm able to find stuff. So we have stuff like this, little bracket things, more nails. All of this stuff needs to be in here. Doesn't need to be on the desk that we work on. So it's so cute, all these little compartments. Bolts and stuff. Other nails and these little bits, these little things. So we're gonna kind of take a seat. Another one of my binders, and we're gonna sort some nails. Well, at least sort a majority of them. So I'm just organizing my sleeves. Isn't that cool? So organizing screws, sleeves, these big key things that we always need to like put together IKEA furniture. If anybody can relate, you'll always find one of these inside of a pack, usually when you're building IKEA furniture. So we keep like 2 or 3 of them in different sizes so we don't have to keep all of them. Recycle the other stuff. But yeah, that is us. I'm gonna sit you up right here. You can get a better angle. You know, it's too dark. That's better. Hello. So what do we got left? Another binder. Let's see. These. So this, I think it's just something kind of random. So I'm going to put that in their boxes. Got some nails and we got some little screws. Little ones. The little ones. What do you need?
The screws for your shelf that we bought.
Which ones? These?
No, the long ones. The long ones.
These are the long ones.
No,
And there's these.
no, the ones we specifically bought for your wine rack thing. The long ones.
Oh, they're out there. So he's also
Outside?
no in the little cubby thing. So he's actually putting up my wine rack. Sorry, I was looking for the screw he was talking about. Because it's been sitting on the floor for quite a while. So he's actually going to put it up today. So I can actually start buying wine and putting wine in it. So you seen that little serious skit right there. He's always looking for screws, and I'm trying to organize the screws to where he doesn't need to ask. He can just come in here, find the screw he needs. So next we have these very long screws. And
There's the level.
And level. And these, bless you, are going to be I don't really need all of this stuff. I just need a good portion of it. These are the he does need. Just do it like this. So these, the little brown ones, I'm gonna take out. Put it in, and then use that for these screws. So nice to finally have screws that actually you can have some organization with it. So these are nails. My nails actually because I do not use screws. I don't use the drill. I'm a nail person. If I can nail it and it holds, I'd rather use nails. I do not want to drill anything in these walls because one, I'm not good at drilling. I've seen him drill. I've tried it, and I've wound up making a hole in the wall so bad in my last apartment that I literally had to fill it and then paint it. And it was where the calendar was. So I knew then it's probably not my forte. Which is fine, because I have nails. And as long as I can nail it, I'm good. Me and a hammer, all day. So, we've done that portion. This is our old handle to the kitchen. Stuff like that, I don't mind in these folder things, but I just don't want random stuff in there. So this is also very, very old. I don't even know if he wants to keep it anymore, but I'm sure he does. His little drill bits that he needs to drill things. So, keep that intact. I think I'm gonna put a little tape on the side only because I just see this like coming loose. Be right back. So I'm back. So I just basically just tape the sides so that it doesn't come loose. And we're done with organizing the nails and screws and all that stuff that was kind of like just sitting up there taking up space. Is now in my handy dandy Stanley. I should be a writer. Handy dandy Stanley is definitely something you should invest in if you are the type of person that likes to hold on to things when building up furniture and they give you all these little packet things. Definitely hold on to that stuff so that you can kind of organize it and your handy dandy Stanley. And you don't have to worry about buying new screws. Anytime he does buy screws, I want to keep track of them. So that's why I got this also, so we can have an actual nail, screw, washer, sleeve organizer. I was so tired of seeing it everywhere. So that's really why I got it. Okay, so now that we've done that, what I'm thinking that for now, where I want to keep all like the tool things, he has a corner. Excuse me, he's trying to do some stuff. We're working on separate projects in different rooms. I'm going to move all the tool things underneath his desk. As you can see, his toolbox is here. It's out of the way. He really doesn't use this space. As you can see, he doesn't use that. So his workstation is usually here. So I'm actually going to use that side corner space for a lot of the tool things that he needs to kind of keep up with, because he needs to be able to get them. I can't take them out of the room completely because we're still building stuff and we're still kind of putting stuff up in the house. In the apartment, sorry. And I call it a house because it is my house. But it's not a house, is what I mean to say. Okay, so he has a good majority of it in the living room, which is fine. And now he's grabbing some other. Told you, comes in handy. Handy dandy Stanley. So, just gotta move this out of the way because he'll probably still be trying to get stuff out of it. Kind of move some of this other stuff out of the way so that we can. So it is completely empty now. Completely empty. So now it's the good part. We are definitely going to now do some decorating up there. Definitely. So let me stuff. Hey. Good. So you can see me. Kind of want you to see me. Decorate. This is not working out. I want you to see me decorate the space. Well, it's not totally bad, but let's see if we can.
Never in 10 years am I ever gonna get anything in this wall.
Okay, so he's doing that. Let me finish doing what I'm doing. And See, it's not so bad. This is going to be a very live show. So you can still see me. That's awesome. You can still see me decorate. So first thing first, binders. And I kind of wanted, I have an idea. Should have did that all along. Then it's our papers. To school folder. Important. Stay. Okay, so this red binder, because I do need to buy another pack of the gray ones. Until I can get it, we'll just can you see it? Bring y'all some closer. Looks better already, doesn't it? So we're gonna finish with this, and then we're gonna get to the other stuff. So guys, we're back for the final look at what this room went from to what it looks like now. So this is how it looks now. And we are still working in here, but we have gotten most of the good stuff out of the way. Of course, he is still moving around stuff in here, of course. Some last minute paperwork and things of this nature. But the majority of stuff has been removed. And now we're just looking at the final product. So, move his phone out of the way. So, his new functioning workspace. Got the hand sanitizer. It's a must. Always. And the top is clear. Ready for more binders because I am getting another set of the Falcon binders. So that is awesome. Still have my window with my pillows. And as I told you, I keep jars of vinegar and water up because we've had kind of a influx of gnats and I don't want gnats in my house. So I try to find a natural remedy to take care of them because I don't want to spray any chemicals on my plants. So this room is definitely a big improvement from what we seen earlier, popping up now over my head. That's what it looked like earlier. And this is what it looks like now. A clean, open, fresh, useful, able to organize. It's now a productive space full of, basically help produce great ideas. You have your think board here. I am so pleased with how this turned out. And I thank you all for tuning into my show of today's helping me clean up my work room, Arbeitszimmer in German. So this is definitely something that needed to be tackled, and I was so glad that I can share that with y'all so y'all can see what I use, very simple things to kind of tackle the clutter and the unorganization of my and my husband's workspace. So that's all I got for today. If you see anything you like, I will always leave the description of the things that I feature in my episodes in the description box below. And you can usually follow the links for most of my stuff that debuts on my channel. So definitely check that out. The Falcon folders will be on there as well if you wanted to look those up. So we are done. We are finished with this episode for this Saturday. Looking forward to seeing y'all next Saturday because it is a special edition. It is a Christmas episode, getting to spend Christmas European style, German style. That is going to be definitely something that you want to tune in for. So stay tuned next Saturday for the Christmas edition episode of Miss New York to Germany. Peace.